Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Running the Bases podcast. That's exactly what we are today, and we are excited to be having another action-packed show for all of you today. We have so many things in store to talk about today. As you can see by the title, we're going to be discussing our 2020 season predictions, but we also have a few things of news we have to discuss before we even get there. The first bit of news that we want to talk about is the Yasiel Puig signing that we just discussed last week with the Atlanta Braves has fallen through. The Braves have said no to the contract because in his physical, it came out that he actually tested positive for COVID-19. He said that he only had one symptom. He was asymptomatic, but it doesn't change the fact that they got rid of that contract. So Yasiel Puig no longer a Brave. All of this has happened in 1 week since our last show.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and talk about it. It just sucks, I think, because this is a guy who's just been waiting for a contract, and he finally gets one, and it gets null and void. So basically, he's going to be a free agent. He's not going to play this year, which puts him back for a contract next year as well. So I just feel bad for Puig. This really was his chance to get a bigger contract next year and honestly help a contending team. It kind of doesn't make sense that the Braves got rid of his contract when he could have been a great piece for them to have when he got healthy.
Yeah, I agree with Ryan. I don't know why they were so quick to say no, even though the season hadn't even we were still a week from the season starting, and yeah, I just feel like he would have been a great addition to that Braves lineup. But I feel like he'll be back next year, healthier, stronger, and ready to compete for a team, whether that be team that's contending or a team that's rebuilding. But I think I'm just excited to see him play baseball next year.
I'm sad for him because obviously it sucks that, like Ryan said it, how he was waiting for a contract and he finally got a contract with a very title contending team in the NL. And now he got cut because of the fact he had or has COVID-19. So it's sad for him because he's a really good baseball player. He's still young. He's about to hit his prime, I guess, because he's about to hit his 30 years. Some players get their prime at that age. So it sucks that happened. But I know he's going to be back in next season because it's a shortened season. So I don't think he's going to miss out on a whole lot. So I do see him coming back in the 2021 season. But let's see who gets him. Let's see who's willing to take the risk and make that happen.
Yeah,
honestly, go ahead, Michael.
Go ahead,
sorry.
Ryan. No, you go.
Okay. Honestly, I don't know if it's really much of a risk. You know what you're getting with Puig. You know you're getting a terrific outfielder with a power of an arm, a guy who has a great bat as well when he's fully, when he's on point. I was really excited to watch him play because he's someone that I really like, and he can really help any team, whether it's rebuilding or contending. So I was excited to see him play. Next year, I'm excited to see him play. It just sucks that he won't be able to work his way to a big contract this year.
The thing is that what you were saying, Ryan, is there's a lot of players that we know that while they're in the off season, they just don't work on what they got to do sometimes, and
For sure.
And we've seen Yasiel Puig when he first came to the league. He was very slimmer than what he is today. He's built. Puig is built, but you just don't know him not being active for so long on a baseball field. You just don't know what kind of Puig you're going to get. Yes, if we look back at when he first came in and when he was with the Dodgers and the Reds and the Indians, then you have a really good player that you can have in your lineup and in the outfield. But we just need to see what kind of Puig is available once free agency opens again. And I think that's a big thing that we need to consider.
If there was any season for him to miss, it would have been this one. Sorry, Mike.
Exactly.
But yeah, I just hope he works on his game in the offseason, just gets slimmer and slimmer, and just gets ready for baseball for 162 games next year.
Yeah, and obviously a big-time player, and for him to be missing out on this season is still it's a big possibility. And I don't think anybody wants to see that. I don't think anybody wants to see him be knocked down. He's a guy who has a lot of potential, who I think he really could have made a difference in that Braves lineup, but sadly he didn't get the opportunity to do it. But the next thing we got to talk about is the Toronto Blue Jays having a lot of issues in the previous week where we had, there was the debate about where they're going to play, obviously, because last week the Blue Jays hometown of Toronto really Canada. I almost just say Canada. Canada said that they cannot play in Toronto. They said that the Blue Jays are not allowed to play in Toronto, that's a big blow for them. So the main question was, where are they going to play? What's going to happen? How is this going to affect them? That's going to affect all the teams that have to play them now, where they're going to have to travel to. So I'm intrigued to hear what you guys have to say about it.
I don't think. Yes, it really sucks that they can't play in their home ballpark, but without fans there, I really don't think it's going to make that much of an impact. Canada, I think, is doing the smart thing. They're taking COVID really seriously, and I just don't think that they're risking it for 60 games. So it depends on where they play. If they share the stadium with PNC, that could make things really interesting. But I don't think it's a huge deal, just in the sense that they don't have their fans there in the first place, and I just feel like, all in all, it's not a huge deal breaker.
For me, I think that it's kind of going to help travel because you won't have to go across any borders or anything. You're staying within the country, so I think it's going to help. But I did read something yesterday that the MLB is hopeful that later in the season they can have fans, and if that's the case, I would feel so bad for both the Blue Jays and their fans not being able to have fans and to have the fans watch their team. But I kind of expected this to happen because Canada's been really, really diligent on how they handled the whole COVID-19 situation, and they've done a great job with it. So I really didn't expect them to take it. I find it interesting that they're playing at PNC though, because they're not playing the Pirates, are they? I don't think they are.
No,
they're not. And I just think that it's interesting that they want to play them there. I don't know where their mind was with that, but
I'm pretty sure
they
had to ask the people around, hey, we're gonna have to see where we can play, because it would suck to not have 30 teams, just 29. It's gonna mess up the whole entire division system and the whole schedule in general. So maybe the Pittsburgh Pirates organization, they're like, hey, we'll give you a shot. We're gonna make sure everything's happening.
Yeah, the issue is, though, it's not fully confirmed. Local authorities have to give them the go-ahead, and they still haven't done it.
Well, it's because of the fact that they come back from Canada, how Michael said. It's basically, when you look at that, they have to have the local authorities look into it, because you have to take it into consideration. Let's put, for example, in football, this upcoming season, if there's a football season, the Chargers and the Rams are going to be playing the same stadium. That's going to be every single week. LA team's going to be playing. So now in Pittsburgh, you're going to have two teams playing 60 games. So it's basically 120 games almost every single day, because of the fact now you got to think about the personnel is going to be at the stadium, what police officers can be at the stadium, what people who are involved with the teams can be in there, so it's the high risk of having maybe a rise in COVID maybe in Pittsburgh, so that's the thing that people need to consider, because they need to see okay, can we handle two teams in the same city? Can we handle two teams in one facility? Can we handle 25 rosters, 25 men rosters, plus coaches, plus personnel in one stadium and in one city? That's what they have to consider.
Yeah,
what I'm wondering about is, sorry, Ryan.
Oh, you're good.
I'm wondering if, I think something that not many people are thinking about, or what about the locker rooms? If you have two home teams, normally the home team just leaves their stuff in the home locker room, and with the expanded rosters, if the Blue Jays are there, where are they going to put their stuff? In the away locker rooms, where the away teams have to be. So that's going to be interesting. I don't think that'll be something that's obviously covered much, but that's one of those little behind the scenes things that no one's really going to be thinking about. So that all around, just, it's a tough thing. It's going to be unique. The Blue Jays in a very strange position. The only team that has to deal with this right now. So that'll be interesting. But Marco, I think for the first time, I'm gonna throw a intro to somebody else. Marco, you can introduce the next segment of the podcast.
Oh my gosh, I feel so honored to do this, man. I'm gonna get red. I'm gonna blush because of this. But okay, breaking news coming in from Jeff Passan, also John Heyman, saying Mookie Betts and Los Angeles Dodgers have agreed to a 12-year extension for about $350 million. Mookie Betts is staying in LA, and I'm super Happy for it. Let's go.
All right. Well, someone's very excited, as he should be. To be fair,
Okay.
he deserves it. He deserves the excitement. But I am really.
Come on.
It's a big deal. It's a very big deal.
It's huge.
I think that in terms of the overall scheme of things with Mookie Betts, I mean, I said it on the last podcast. It was kind of funny because we were discussing the Mets ownership sale. And I said, well, if Steve Cohen becomes the owner of the Mets, you better believe that he is going to sign Mookie Betts next offseason.
And then all the Red Sox fans who were like, hey, we're going to re-sign Mookie, trade him, then get him back.
Right, exactly. So that didn't happen. And, it's a big deal, though, for the Dodgers getting that bat now. I mean, everyone was saying, man, we got Mookie Betts for 1 year, and now he's only going to get to play 60 games before he goes somewhere else. Now he's got 12 more years with the Dodgers. And as we did the math before, that'll take him to age 39, which also means that
he'll retire then.
Exactly, which means that Mookie Betts, if he makes it into the Hall of Fame, will go into the Hall as a Dodger, not a Red Sox, which is the same thing we were discussing with Bryce Harper when he got signed with the Phillies. If Bryce Harper goes into the Hall of Fame, he'll be remembered as a Philly, not as a National. Just some crazy things to think about.
And yesterday, I was actually talking with my dad. My dad's from LA. My dad's a Dodger fan. And he was like, I'm worried that Mookie's only going to be in a Dodger uniform for a year. I said, no, they're going to get a deal done. They're not going to let him walk away after having Machado walk to a division rival, even though it's not really a rival because the Padres suck. That's an attack at Dominic Stern.
I knew that was going to happen.
But honestly, it's something that I expected. And with including this year, it's a 13-year, $380 million commitment. So I like the deal. I think it's huge for them. For long term, they have 2 MVPs in their outfield, which is ridiculous. The Dodgers have just gotten stronger and stronger. They're going to be at the top of the league for years to come, especially when you got 2 MVPs. If they don't win it this year, I don't know how they can't win it this year.
Yeah.
Unless they just choke.
Yeah, I love this deal. As you can see by my excitement, I'm really happy that he's going to stay there forever. I'm going to for sure buy a Mookie Betts jersey for sure now.
Yes.
Hold on, Marco. Important question.
What's that?
Off DH gate or a real one?
You gotta get a real one.
Hell yeah. And
Respect.
if they go to the World Series, I'm getting that World Series patch jersey, man.
I have that on my Ventura one.
Yeah.
Flex.
When we beat the Mets.
Yeah.
You know what you do?
2017. But anyways, going back to what I liked about this deal is that I told Nikash this, even though it might sound crazy, I think it's a bit of a steal for LA in general to keep Mookie Betts, because obviously he's one of the top outfielders, one of the top hitters in baseball. He's
one of the top overall players in baseball.
Exactly. So I think it's a steal compared to Mike Trout's deal. I'm not saying that they're at the same level. They're really, really good baseball players. They go like this, like that. But I think it's a great insurance about having a secure outfield. But now the biggest thing as well is Cody Bellinger. What contract are we giving to him?
Remember, you got a long time to deal with that one. How many years left? I think 4.
I think so. I don't know, but still, 4? When that time
Something
comes,
like
if you take off those 4 years of his contract running out, that's still 8 years of Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
So it's basically what kind of stats he's going to put in those 4 years. What if he wins another MVP? What if he wins another batting title? What if he takes the Dodgers win their World Series because of Cody Bellinger? So it's going to be a big question of how much they're willing to pay for Cody Bellinger.
And also, you could see Bellinger get more.
Exactly. And also, you got to think about the pitching rotation because you got Julio Urias, who's going to be the big up-and-coming pitcher for this season. And also, you got David Price coming back next year. But
and
another
Buehler.
player, and Buehler, that's the one I was going to go to. Buehler, if he keeps playing the way he is and he gets better, what contract are you going to give to him? So that's already 3 big potential contracts that is going to take a lot of the cap space. At the same time, what players are you going to surround those 3 around? Like, who's going to be your second baseman? Who's going to be your shortstop?
Corey Seager.
Yeah, but it says like at the same. What if those players want more money?
Right.
That's a big situation
Here's
that
the
they're going
thing
to
with
be
the
in.
Dodgers.
Evaluate with that.
Here's the thing with the Dodgers. They're set for the MLB because there's no cap. It's market.
Right.
And they have
And
a
they're
huge
in LA.
market. Yeah. They have a huge market. I think the other thing is this could be a situation where trading Jeter Downs could come back to hurt them if Seager walks, but
Right.
I don't think that's a big deal. Here's the thing. The Dodgers have one of the best minor league systems still.
Yeah. Mhm.
They're set. But here's the other thing. You are going to see Bellinger, who's going to get a huge contract. But I want to go back to your point saying that's a steal from Mookie Betts because I completely agree. This is where people thought Betts was going to get $35 million a year. I just did the math. It's just over $29 million.
Yep.
He actually got less than 30, which is honestly a steal. And I think this is a point where he values winning more than getting that $35, $40 million. And the Dodgers are set for the next 5 years or so at least because you've got such strong potential. You still got Bellinger, who might not have even he hasn't even hit his prime yet.
Nope.
Bellinger is just getting started. You got Kike Hernandez. You've got Gavin Lux, who's going to come up. Justin Turner, who's probably going to be done in the next couple of years. Muncy, Seager.
Well, that's another one really quick, Ryan. Turner is entering the last year of his contract. So that's a big question as well. Are they going to re-sign him, or are they going to find someone else in their farm system or just someone that they could trade for to fill in that hole for Justin Turner?
Easily, he could be a guy that they re-sign on the cheaper side.
Could be.
Of his age.
I think Turner walks.
But honestly, the Dodgers are set.
You're just butthurt, Michael.
Yeah, I really think that's just going to be a great year for the Dodgers. So I expect a lot from them, especially because now you don't have to worry about Betts, who could ball out.
Nick needs to talk. He hasn't spoken in like 10 minutes, and you've taken up the microphone.
Hey.
No, finish first.
Yeah, it's finished first.
I'm done.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, all I got to say is wow. I went to bed last night not knowing anything about this. Woke up, Jeff Passan was like, yeah, they're in like deep contract negotiations. 10 minutes later, yeah, it's done deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow. I mean, thank you, Marco, for stealing him for the National League. Ryan and I don't have to deal with him anymore. Not that we did, really. I mean, he was in the AL East. We were the AL Central, but still, it helps. And at this point, him and Bellinger are just going to compete for the home run title year in, year out. I mean, I don't know what another time we've seen something like this.
And
I don't know a time where we've seen two MVPs on the same team besides, I think, when maybe
the only other time was like JD Martinez and Mookie Betts. That was like the last time.
MVPs.
Oh well, no, I meant
The home run, like the home run title. Yeah.
And another quick thing I want to say: I've been seeing the exhibition games the Dodgers have been playing. That top five is
Oh my God, that's
freaking
top seven.
good.
It's
Top
nasty.
seven.
Whole
Top
lineup
nine.
in general, man. You got
The
Max-
lineup is nasty.
You will probably
dirty.
break the home run record this year. I have a
I
good
wouldn't
feeling
be-
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Bye-bye
Well, not
Twins.
this-
Well, not this
Wait,
year.
no, but it's a
Yeah, not
60
this
game
year.
season.
Not this year. I take that back. Not this year.
Bye-bye
Yeah,
Twins next year. Next year, bye-bye
year.
Twins record.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause you got Mookie Betts, who averages around 29, 30 home runs. Then you got Cody Bellinger. When he's on a hot streak, he could hit 3 home runs in one game. Corey Seager. Yeah, Will Smith, who can still hit the ball as well. Max
Jock Peterson.
Jock Peterson, who was in the home run derby with that great matchup with Vladdy Jr. And you also have Justin Turner, who could hit some home runs as well. That's just so many firepower that it's going to be ridiculous. And it's going to be so amazing to see him on the diamond all together. All that firepower, man. It's going to be
I just
crazy.
have one thing to say. The fact that Jock Peterson trade fell through is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's got to be the best outfield for power hitting, at least in the entire league, by far.
In baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball.
And
If
I think in
Stanton's
history,
healthy, then Yankees. But
I don't know.
I don't- I
Guys,
still don't know.
really quickly. So I messaged a really good friend of mine. He's a coach at a local high school where I live, and he's a big Red Sox fan, and he loved the Mookie Betts. I told him like this, sorry, coach, but he's staying in LA. Haha. He's like, it's not happening. I was, haven't you heard the news? He's like, no, what news? And he's like, finished deal, 12-year, $350 million. I was like, expected. So there's still a chance. He's never gonna be a Dodger. I'm like, bro, the deal is done.
He's in denial.
The deal's done.
He's in denial.
Hey,
feels dumb.
Carlos Gomez, 2015. It happens. it's possible.
Congratulations, Mookie Betts. Congratulations, Marco. You guys are set.
If Ken Rosenthal and Jeff Passant and the one that released the news make it official, it's official.
It's official.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's official.
Heyman made it official, and he's a big name.
Heyman.
So
There you go. Heyman.
And Passon. I mean,
Heyman had it first.
Yeah, Heyman had it first.
So it's
Heyman was
official.
first.
So Mookie Betts is here to stay.
Oh no, it's
Let's
official.
go.
It's official.
It is. It's
crazy. Congrats.
It is a.
And I think it helps Cody Bellinger a lot.
What did you say, Nick? Nick, you
I
said
just said
something.
it. I think it helps Cody Bellinger a lot too. He has.
Yeah, it
I
does.
just think it protects him
I have an additional comment.
in the lineup.
Yes.
Mookie Betts' 2 best years came when he had a power hitter and a great hitter along behind him. 2016, David Ortiz. 2018, JD Martinez. Now he's going to have Bellinger.
Wait, we have an adjustment.
Actually,
We have an adjustment in the Blue Jays story. Pennsylvania has denied the Blue Jays to play in Marco. We have changed the subject again. The Pennsylvania has denied the Blue Jays quest to play at PNC Park. So the Blue Jays will not be playing in Pittsburgh this year. They have been denied that opportunity. They are now looking for a new place to play. So as
I thought it was Buffalo.
And tomorrow is opening day.
Well, thankfully they have come Friday, but they are also away for their first 2 series of the year. So they do not go home until next weekend. So that does give them a little bit of leeway.
Yep. No, it sucks, but I'm pretty sure they're just going to play with their minor league affiliate, obviously the Buffalo and AAA. That's going to be obviously the go-to because there's not going to be any fans. So there's no point. I think maybe just because they want it to be a major league stadium, but it's going to be their final decision to just go play at their AAA stadium at Buffalo. That's what I think is going to happen, especially at this time because there's opening days tomorrow, and yes, they are away for the first 2 series, but they want to actually have that set before opening day, or even like before they start their series or whatever, or in the middle of their series. They want to make sure they have a place to play in order to have a season.
And it's been interesting because they're now, I'm sure, Ryan, you're seeing the same thing, that Jeff Passan and Buster Olney both posting. Jeff Passan saying that it's possible that they might end up just being road warriors for the year, not playing a single home game. And Buster Olney was saying the same thing. He made a little joke saying they might be turning into baseball's equivalent of a band tour. So that'll be interesting to see. I think it's going to be a very unique season for the Blue Jays, especially now. Yeah. It's just a tough spot that they've been put in.
If you look at Passan's tweet, it says another option is Baltimore.
Yeah, yes.
And then he also said Pittsburgh isn't out as an option, and which is interesting. It's that Pennsylvania is not prone to have East Division teams from hot spots because they're going to be going to Florida, New York. They're still going to be going to those places, and those teams would come in. So it's kind of a smart move by Pennsylvania to just say no. The best thing would just go to Buffalo. I think they're going to be pressured, and I don't think they want to be road warriors this year. I really don't think they want that either.
I don't think anyone would, but yeah, it's going to be unique. So that's a developing story. Obviously, we're covering any developing story that comes up in the middle of the podcast. But I mean, we were kind of
so happy Mookie Betts signed.
We were expecting that to be the ongoing story during the show, but that obviously is now resolved. So the ongoing story for today there probably won't be any. I don't think that the Blue Jays deal will be figured out in the next however long we're here. So we're going to get to the titles. What'd you say?
Let's do predictions.
Yes, let's do predictions. We have 2020 predictions.
I have to tell you guys a warning. What? If we're still on at 3:00, I'll be looking at my TV because the Royal scrimmage is on at 3. So just a warning.
Okay. Well, we're gonna still be on in 3 o'clock's an hour. Oh, okay. I forget that you're not Eastern time. We've got a little bit.
I'm Central Standard Time.
Right. We've got an hour. So we've got 2020 predictions ahead, and the reason we're doing that, obviously, is because tomorrow is opening day, baby. We are so
Let's
excited.
go!
Baseball is upon us.
Wait, Ryan. Let me toss it over to you.
Yeah! Finally! Baseball. I have needed this so
You know what the
bad.
funny thing is? Marco's down there. Wait, hold on. Down on. I got to get this right. Down there. And Ryan's just down here. So it was kind of funny because Marco, you toss it this way, and Ryan caught it over here. It was like it went like.
You're just jealous.
It was good though. I like that. It was a good little teamwork there.
I'm so excited.
It's exciting. We are ready to go. Let's get these predictions underway. Starting off with divisional predictions. Kicking it off with the American League East. Let's just go. I don't know what you guys see on the screen, but for me, it goes me, Nick, Ryan, and then Marco.
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like. Okay. So then let's go with that. We're just going to go in order of how we are here with me, then Nick, then Ryan, then Marco. Man, it's hard to point to Marco down in that little corner, but we'll go in that little order, keep it nice and smooth, and then we'll get it going. So starting off, AL East, there's no question about this one. It's going to be the New York Yankees. I mean, they're going to be a big time World Series contender this year. It's sad to say it as a Mets fan, but they're having a good season. It's going to be a pretty good. It's going to be a pretty good year to be a Yankee fan. I don't think there's really much really to question about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, it's the Yankees, 100%. The only other team contending in that division is the Rays, but they don't have the star power to compete with them. It's the Yankees, 100%.
Oh God, Ryan.
This was a tougher decision for me, but I'm going with the Yankees because look at it. The Rays are a really good team.
Yes,
they're honestly a secret. They're a sleeper title contender, but they did just lose their best left-handed pitcher in the bullpen yesterday to a torn UCL. So I still think that the Rays are a very good team, but it's going to be the Yankees. The Yankees are going to be the second best team in the entire MLB behind the Dodgers.
I think they could win 45 games this year. Maybe 50.
I'm not going that far. I think that we should make predictions for what we think the most wins will be. I think that'll be and what the least wins will be. But we can do that.
Tigers have the least wins.
I'm looking at you.
I'm looking at you, Nikash. You're going to owe me $50, baby.
Man.
I don't think I've said. I'll just piggyback off what all you guys were saying. I think the Yankees are obviously going to win this division. They have the best one of the, if not to many, the best pitcher in baseball, Garrett Cole. That's going to be an easy pick. So, I especially with the shortened season, if they get hot right from the get go, they're just going to take this by like a breeze. So it's the Yankees.
Yeah, there's really no discussion about it. I think it's going to be a season where we have a lot of really obvious winners, but it's going to probably make for a much more interesting season because, like I said before, it is going to basically just be a postseason push for the entire season. So that's going to be unique. But then we move on to the AL Central. This is where things get a little interesting. I was really debating this back and forth very, very heavily for who's going to win this division. Nick and Ryan are both they already know what each other are thinking. But I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to stick with the White Sox. I think that the White Sox are going to be these division winners. I think that they're going to come together. I think Tim Anderson's going to put up a really good year this year. I think he's going to be a runner-up for the MVP award. And I think it's going to be a really, really big year. Ryan, I don't think I've ever seen your jaw drop that far. Gosh.
Oh, my God.
Looks like an emoji.
That should be. Let's get a sticker of that. But I think that the White Sox are going to have a really good year this year. I think it's going to be a unique season for everybody. That's just going to be the theme of the entire season is unique. But I definitely think that the Tim Anderson White Sox are going to be in a powerful position winning that Central this year.
Yeah, this division was a toss-up to me. I'm going to start with my last place prediction for this division. I think the Kansas City Royals will take.
That's just wrong. That's just wrong.
Hey, it's not your turn yet.
Oh.
And I did. It's my turn.
Yeah.
And then first place in the division, I have it going to the Twins, actually. I I do think after saying the home run record last year, I think this Twins lineup is too dangerous not to win the division. I do think the White Sox will squeak in to the playoffs. We'll get into that later, but my division predicting is the Twins. I think Josh Donaldson will have a huge comeback season.
I agree.
Okay. First off, I'm going to go with my last place prediction because mine will be right. It's the Tigers, okay? Here's the thing. The Tigers, no chance. No chance of getting out of last place. Okay. This is the Tigers' dream, though, to get 20 wins. Okay. Moving on. As much as it was hard for me not to pick the Royals to win this division, I'm joking. I'm joking. It wasn't really a toss-up for me. It's going to be the Twins for one main reason. The Twins have the better pitching staff. I think that the White Sox are the team of the future in the division for sure because their lineup is insane. They've got Encarnacion, Abreu, James McCann, Grandal, Luis Robert. They've got such a dangerous team, so young. They're ready in the next couple years to take that leap forward. But this year it's the Twins. That pitching staff is better. And I think that when you got Sano, Donaldson, Mitch Garver, Kepler, that lineup is just so dangerous that I don't know if I can go away from them. And I think they're just more experienced and they're more primed. So I'm going with the Twins. But most importantly, last place is the Detroit Tigers.
I just want to say he copied what I was doing there. His jaw is still dropping. I don't know why. Your jaw will drop when you see last place will be the Royals with 20.
Your jaw will drop when you hand
It's going to be the hottest race of the season. Royals are up by 2.
I will hand you a broom virtually when we sweep you.
I'll hand you a broom in real life.
Yes, I think that's what he meant.
No, not virtually. When we are in Arizona, I will go buy a broom, give it to you, and say, suck on that.
You're going to have to move your apartment, you dirty Royals fan?
Oh my god!
We're not getting into this now.
Comment that I had to make about the White Sox is that I think that the problem with the Twins is looking over their roster. I mean, they've got big holes in that infield. The only main infielder that they have that can hit very well is Josh Donaldson. They do have a lot of. What is happening over there, Ryan? Are you okay?
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to crack ice.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, if you look at the Twins, they don't have a first baseman right now. Their infield consists of Luis Arias, A-Ray Adrianza, Josh Donaldson, Marwin Gonzalez, and Jorge Polanco. Their outfield is Eddie Rosario, Byron Buxton, Jake Cave, and Max Kepler, and then you've got Cruz at DH. I don't know. I don't think they've got what it takes this year.
Sano's going to play first.
I'm going out on a limb here. I'm saying the Twins aren't even making the playoffs. I really am. I'm making that bold prediction right now. I think it's going to be a struggle for them with that lack of exciting power in that entire team. I mean, you compare the White Sox and Twins lineups, it's any day going to be the White Sox. It's just going to be a matter of the pitching. But in a season like this, it might be that normally we say in a regular season, you need to have both pitching and offense in order to win a division, in order to win. But this season, you might only be able to need one. And I think the White Sox offense, being as potent as it should be, will probably be able to come out on top. So, Marco, you still got to make your prediction. I'm excited to hear what you've got.
You guys might not like this because it goes against all of your guys' teams. I'm going with the Indians. I'm going to choose them as dark horse.
I was very close to doing the same thing.
I'm going to go with the Indians just because of the fact how they've won this division before. They know what it takes to win. Yes, they've lost a lot of key players in that rotation, but they're getting back Carrasco. Clevenger, obviously, he's been able to recover from his injury. And they have one of the best hitting duos in baseball with Ramirez and Lindor. You know, Lindor, he seems like he's in midseason form right now. You know, he's just been playing out of his mind in the exhibition game. So if they carry that momentum into the season, and if it's a shortened season, that momentum could take the whole entire way. For example, I'll say 2017, the last 60-game stretch the Dodgers had was 57-3. 57-3. That's because the team was on a hot streak, and if the Indians keep that momentum, and keep that talent that they have and like give that run support to that very not so great pitching rotation, I really think that they can make something happen because of their experience and what they have at the table as of right now. Not a lot of big names, but a lot of no names with a lot of talent.
Right, exactly.
Here's my thing with the Indians. Terrific starting rotation. Clevenger, Carrasco, Bieber, they've got a terrific starting rotation. That bullpen is bad.
Yeah.
I know a bad bullpen when I see one, knowing that I'm a Royals fan and I have to watch the Tigers a lot. So,
oh, wow.
That's just a fact. Their outfield is really shaky. Really shaky. The only thing they really have is that left side of the infield with Lindor and Ramirez. And then they also do have Carlos Santana, who's going to play first. So I just don't think they have it enough. I don't think they have enough to get them there, especially when you see what the White Sox did. They had a terrific offseason. And then you have the Twins, who just got better by adding Josh Donaldson.
It'll be a unique season for everybody. As I said, that's going to be.
Hey, but the most important race in that division is when the Royals take fourth.
All right.
I don't want to argue.
Moving on from the AL Central. Moving on from the AL Central, we go to the AL West. This is going to be a division that a lot of people have eyes on, but I think that the one team that's going to come out on top will get there because of their lack of difficulty. I think it's going to be because of their lack of fans booing them. It's going to be the Houston Astros. I mean, there's no question about it for me. They're the best team in that division, arguably the best team in baseball this year. They've got the hunger on their side. I said arguably.
I'll be back in a minute. I need a break.
I said arguably.
All right, wait. Where's this going?
Michael, you did it again.
To be fair, I said arguably. They are arguably.
It wasn't that bad of a take.
It really wasn't. They are arguably the best team in baseball. There's no question about it. They're a great team. They're going to most likely win that division. They're going to be a big-time power play. They don't have to worry about playing in front of fans. They don't have to worry about people booing them. Yes, they still have to worry about people getting hit on their team, but that's a free base runner that I'm sure they're not going to turn away. So it's really no question for me. The Astros are going to win that division.
Okay, the only thing the Astros are better than any other team is cheating. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, all I have to say is shout out to the Royals yesterday for hitting Altuve. I really appreciate that.
Let's go.
I texted Ryan. I was like, "Thank you so much. We needed that."
Hey, we got murdered 15-4, but that was the highlight. That was the highlight of that scrimmage.
Murdered, but thank you for hitting them.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I was hoping that we would hit Altuve harder. He hit him with a curve. I was hoping just like a 98-mile-per-hour fastball straight to the side. You know.
But I do not think the Astros will win the division this year. I think everyone is sleeping on the Oakland Athletics, and I think that they will take the division this year.
I completely agree with you, Nick. That team is scary good.
That team is so nice.
Bullpen is still so good. They have one of the best closers in baseball, Liam Hendricks, best corner duo, in my opinion, where you have Matt Olson and Matt Chapman. Don't forget about Marcus Semien, who was in the MVP race. Mark Canha, Ramon Laureano. They still have Mike Fiers. They still have
forget Mike Fiers.
Sean Manaea, Frankie Montas, AJ Puck, Jesus Luzardo. That team is loaded.
Yeah.
Everyone is sleeping on them. Chris Davis, who is going to shine because he's just going to be in DH all year. And you know he can hit bombs.
40 home runs, probably.
Yeah, 40 home runs in 60 games. Yeah, that makes sense, Nick.
Not this year. Oh, my God.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
But here's the thing. I don't think the Astros are going to win this division. I think losing Garrett Cole is going to have a drastic effect because you go from having Garrett Cole to Zach Greinke, which isn't that steep of a drop-off, but there's like a definite drop-off by losing Garrett Cole.
It's McCullers is back.
Oh, no one cares.
Yeah.
Facts. The Astros are not – I don't think the Astros are going to win the division. I think them not cheating this year is going to have an effect, of course.
Hold on. I'll be back. Keep talking.
I just think that the Astros are going to see effects this year. And when you have teams like the Angels who are improved and you have the Athletics who don't really have any major holes, I don't know how you could say that I don't know how people are continually sleeping on the Athletics.
You know who y'all are sleeping on?
No,
The
don't
Houston-
take that.
Oh, the Trastros? The Trastros?
Sleeping. You're sleeping.
Hold on.
Sleeping.
Hold on. I heard guys, I
Did
just
you
heard
get that at Salvation Army or something?
They're still
Or
Hey,
a
they are
thrift
still
store
a
or
good
something?
team.
Guys, guys, I just heard a garbage can getting banged. Is that the Astros?
They cheated their way. They are still a good
Oh,
team.
curveball! Change up!
They are
Slider.
still a good
Don't take
team.
it off. Don't take it off.
Just
Leave the
wait.
jersey on.
Yes.
Leave it on.
In the words of Carlos Correa, no, we did not cheat. We were a really good hitting team, but we did not cheat. We didn't
In the
use
words of
anything.
Jose Altuve, I got a new tattoo. Don't take this off, please.
No, my
Yeah,
wife
I'm
doesn't
okay.
like it when people tear off my jersey. My wife doesn't like that.
Still a good team. They can still hit. They can still pitch. Y'all wait. Just wait. Just
I'm
wait.
excited.
Then you've got the Athletics. The Athletics have a better starting rotation all the way through.
What?
All the way through.
That's not true.
All the way through.
No way.
All the way through.
That's a bad take. That is
Listen.
awful.
Hear me.
It's not as bad as yours.
No, it's not.
Astros,
The Astros
arguably the best team in baseball.
Yes,
Get out of
arguably.
here.
arguably.
The only thing they're better than that every team is cheating. Okay, here's why I say that. That they have a more complete starting lineup. Starting rotation. Okay, they have the better 1-2. Who's 3, 4, 5? Okay, 4 and 5 actually. They have McCullers. Who's 4, 5 for them?
4-5. You've got Jose Urquidy, who was amazing in the playoffs last year. He was great. Remember when he came in and he was
last year?
What'd you say?
I'm sure they were all good in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, they were cheating.
Not when they're pitching. They're not.
But yeah,
Anyways, I'll
Yes,
just
let's
say
make
I would not underestimate the Astros, obviously, because of the fact that they're still a decent team. I don't want you to give you. I don't want to say a good team to make you happy, Michael. I'm not saying that, especially what they did in 2017.
They're very good cheaters.
Yeah, very good cheaters. Very good at that. You know, hey, you never know. Maybe they'll have something very special in their bats this year. They're like, hey, a buzzer, put it inside the bats. You just don't know. But
Yeah, who's
I
making
will
the
say
bats for
this:
them? We need
the
to know.
Athletics are for me the top contender team to win this division because of the fact that team is loaded. Garrett Cole was a big loss for the Astros. Yes, they still have Justin Verlander, but still that bullpen with the Athletics is going to be very key for them to make that final push at the end to get over the Astros. And the Angels, don't even talk about the Angels right now.
Yes, the Angels are in a tough spot.
Mariners. No.
Yay, let's go Rangers.
Here's the thing.
Rangers
I think it's ridiculous that you're still sleeping on the Athletics, Michael.
I'm not sleeping on the Athletics. They're a good team. I just don't think they're going to beat the Astros this year.
Why do you say that?
Because he's wearing a Mets jersey, have the same colors as the Astros.
And he wore the hat too.
Yeah, hold on. Who has a better bullpen? Let's go over this.
Yes.
He
How
said
good
yes.
is the Astros bullpen?
How good is the Astros bullpen? They did lose some big pieces.
They're bad. It's not a good bullpen.
It is not the worst bullpen, though. They can still get by.
That
And
belongs to the Tigers.
but like I said, it is going to be a matter of one or the other. It's going to be either the offense driving a team or the pitching, and that's all it's going to take this year. They've still got Ryan Presley. They've still got
It's
Roberto.
only about pitching, bro. Both teams can hit.
Yeah,
Both
exactly.
teams can hit. So it's only the pitching.
Who can win in the late innings?
The Astros can hit better. The Astros can hit better. There's no question about it. No, you can't tell me the Astros aren't better offensively. You can't. There's no way you can tell me
Because they cheated.
It doesn't matter. They're still good
Yes,
hitters.
it does.
Well, that kind of does matter a little bit. You know what pitch you're gonna throw?
It does matter a little bit, but that was before. They
Yeah,
weren't.
you know, if I knew a pitch before I hit, I would have hit bombs when I was playing.
They're still hitting now, and they're not cheating anymore.
You.
Winning is winning.
How do you know? How do you know they're not cheating?
If they're cheating still, they're still gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that they're gonna
stop them from still finding a new way to cheat. They got a slap on the wrist.
Exactly. They still might cheat and might win the division. It doesn't matter.
No,
I need a drink. Oh my god.
when it comes down to pitching in the late innings, I will take the Athletics bullpen over the Astros bullpen.
I agree. So would I. I agree.
Athletics are winning this division.
But we will wait and see. Just wait and see. It's the same thing with the Royals and the Tigers.
And also, there's one thing about Zach Greinke, knowing that I've watched him for years. You get him rattled.
Oh, yeah.
He's not good under pressure.
How are you getting him rattled?
Once he gets pissed off, he's done.
There's no fans. There's no fans to get him rattled.
Way easier
No,
now.
he gets rattled off. If he gives up a string of hits, he's done.
Yes, of course. But the fans also play into that.
He cannot pitch under pressure or when he has runners in scoring position that well anymore. He will fall to the pressure, and when he falls, he gets pissed off and will fall apart.
We'll see. We'll wait and see. So that wraps up the American League. It is going to be a very close American League.
Wild card?
No, we're going to get to the wild card after we do the NL.
Okay, my bad.
Read the notes thing I sent you. We're going to do it.
You didn't send me anything.
Yes, I did.
Oh, that. My bad.
We're about to hit an hour and 15 minutes right now, so let's get this done.
Yeah, we got 55 minutes before I get to watch my Royals.
5 minutes. Wait. Oh, an hour and 15 till Ryan leaves. Got it. Okay.
No, 55 minutes.
55 minutes.
It's too.
Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going.
So we go over to the NL side. The NL East.
Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
You have a chance to correct yourself right now. You have a chance to just
say the right answer.
This should be the bet.
Say the
How
right
many
answer.
Games? Hold up, Michael. This should be the bet. How many games will Yohan Cespedes play before he gets injured? That's the big bet.
I like that.
That's the big bet.
Okay, who are you saying to win the NL East?
Stop.
I'm done.
I think we're going to have a three-way tie at the top of the division between the Braves, Mets, and Phillies. Just
stop. You had a chance to correct yourself.
Nikash, let's all walk out on him. Let's go.
Man, it's just me now, the original podcaster. Welcome. Here, wait, we'll even hold on. No. We'll even make it just me because they're not even here. There's no need to. So the New York Mets, here's my pitch. We've got the Mets are a great pitching team. Yes,
I know what to say.
Yes, I do. I'm going through it. If you saw MLB predicted the Mets were going to win the division, by the way. For those that didn't look, MLB predicted the Mets to win the division. Why don't you say MLB? Hold on. Do you want me to pull it up right here? That MLB.
All my respect for Michael Garaffa.
MLB
out the door.
MLB predicted that the Mets were going to win the division.
The commissioner of the MLB is Rob Manfred, who called the World Series trophy a piece of metal.
I know.
MLB can make a mistake.
And he's the one that gave the Astros a slap on the wrist.
Yes.
He's arguably the most. He's arguably the biggest idiot of a commissioner, and that says a lot because he could be worse than Roger Goodell, and that's bad.
He's not making the predictions. It's the journalists, us. We're the predictors.
Some journalists are bad.
Wait. I don't know the point.
Ryan, you're pointing to Marco and you're muted, but that's okay.
I'm pointing at
Point up. Point up. Just point up, Michael. Ryan. You're the one making the predictions, not us.
Yes, I know that. But it doesn't change the fact that the journalists are the ones making the predictions. And the Mets are the team predicted to win. I'm saying it's going to be a three-way tie at the top of the division, and we are going to have an insane final day tiebreaker between three teams, and I think the Mets are going to come out on top. The Phillies are not as good as people think that they are. They are not. They're not. Their bullpen isn't good. They don't have a good bullpen. Their bullpen's not there. Their starting rotation's not as good as it can be. It's definitely not as good as the Mets starting rotation. Don't even
guard.
It doesn't matter.
Or DeGrom.
Have you seen what Michael Wacha did the other day? They left Michael Wacha in to pitch 6 innings because he was dominating in the game that he was pitching in.
A scrimmage. Cool. Congrats. In a scrimmage. Congrats. Does he want a cookie?
And he's pitching against the Mets. Exactly.
Okay. But still, you've got Marcus Stroman. You've got Jacob DeGrom.
No, he's hurt.
Marcus Stroman's not going to be hurt.
I'm talking about DeGrom.
You got
DeGrom
two.
Starting opening day.
You got two.
You got two.
You got two.
Michael Wacha, Rick Porcello, Steven. Who's the 3 for the Phillies? Aaron Nola.
Noah, Wheeler,
Okay,
and
Wheeler.
Arrieta. If those 3 can stay healthy,
Arrieta's not.
done.
No. Forget it.
Arrieta's nice.
He has lost his edge. He has
He was
lost his
hurt
edge.
last year.
Has it?
He still lost his edge. He said they both have. Yes, absolutely.
You are straight capping right now. I can't take it. I'm about
Just
to have a
wait.
seizure. I'm about to have a seizure.
Wait. I
Can we
can't
move on?
wait for you guys to.
Can we move on?
I can't wait for you to see it. Just
Can we move on?
Oh, Michael's not going to like what I'm going to say.
Nick's
you're
up. Nick's up.
Okay. Well, surprisingly I don't have the Mets winning the division. Shocker. Or I don't have them in the playoffs, actually. Just throwing it out there. But I think at the end of the season, Ronald Acuna Jr.'s back will be hurting from carrying the Braves to a division title. I think that the Braves are poised to win this division. I think there's enough star power around Acuna to win that. I expect a big year out of Dansby Swanson. I expect some big things from that pitching rotation, and that bullpen got better. Obviously, at the trade deadline last year with Shane Green. And yeah, the Mets will not win the division, and it's the Braves all the way.
I'm up, and you're not going to like this. I have the Mets finishing 4th.
Who are they behind? The Nationals are going to be in 4th, first of all.
The Nationals have a terrific starting rotation. Still got Juan Soto.
That's it. All they have is one soda, though.
Hold on, Howie Kendrick. Watch your tone, sir.
Howie Kendrick's not going to carry the team.
Juan Soto
He
will.
carried them into
Juan
the
Soto will.
conference series.
Yes, Daniel Murphy.
Okay.
And then Daniel Murphy.
Hear me out. There's no way the Mets are making the playoffs. I'm sorry. I have the Braves winning this division as well.
Yeah.
Because you got Acuna, Albies, Freddie Freeman, Marcell Ozuna.
Yep.
This team is primed. This team is electric. They have a way better lineup than the Mets. They have a better bullpen.
No.
I don't know how you can say Shea Green. Okay, yeah, kiss him goodbye. He's not in Detroit anymore. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. The Braves are the best team in this division. Ronald Acuna is going to be in the MVP race once again. I don't care what you say, Michael. The Braves are winning this division. Sorry.
You wait. Just wait. Just wait.
I am going to go with what these fine gentlemen said. It's obvious. I don't know. What goes through your mind, Michael? We need to take you to a doctor and get a CAT scan or something because it's the Braves division to lose, man. Yohan Cespedes can't get healthy. And, Peter Alonso's not going to hit more than 50 bombs this year, obviously. And Syndergaard is not there. Jacob DeGrom's going to be banged up this season. He might not even finish the season if he keeps getting hurt. And Marcus Stroman, yes, he's good, but he's not going to carry your whole entire rotation.
I didn't say he would.
Come on now.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh.
I did never.
You're just too much.
But
if it were to happen, you don't think he would?
No.
Oh my gosh, man. You're just too much. The Braves are the team to beat in this division. Obviously, Ronald Acuna Jr. is a contender for MVP. And what they had, especially the leader that they have at first base in Freddie Freeman, that's the team to beat. It's their division to lose.
Also, I expect a breakout year out of Austin Riley at third base. I think he's going to be terrific.
Still lost Nick Markakis. Big loss for their team. It's going to be hard. It's going to be close. Regardless of what you guys think, it's going to be a close division. No matter what, it's going to be close. Yes, it will. You can't tell me it's not.
It'll be close between the Braves and the Phillies for first place. Yes.
The MLB predicted that they would be a three-way tied first with 32 wins. 32.
Yeah. The NFL also predicted that the 49ers would go 3-13 last year, and they won
The NFL always predicts the Chargers to win the AFC West. Okay.
The NFL. That's not MLB.
I'm just saying that I'm thinking recurring pattern.
I swear, Michael, I know where you live. I will come to Arizona and slap some sense into you if I need to.
It's fine. Let him have his prediction. It's fine.
Let him have
You
it.
think I'm delusional? Look at this kid right here. Delusional.
Let's go on the next division. Let's do the next division. Let's do that.
NL Central. This is going to be another really good division. I'm hearing an echo, but no one's mouths are moving, and it's really confusing me. So the NL Central is going to be a confusing division. I've seen people that are predicting the Cubs to win it. I don't know what they're talking about. But the NL Central, it's for me going to be the Cincinnati Reds. I think that they're the team to beat in that division. You got Nick Castellanos, who has looked really, really good. That's going to be a good division. I'm expecting big things from all of their guys. I think the Reds are going to come out and do very, very well. Obviously, people are hoping from good seasons from Eugenio Suarez, Joey Votto, some key guys. But I'm excited to see how the Reds are going to do this year.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I have a little more respect for you now.
I still have done.
The Reds have an easy schedule, and considering the fact that they play the Royals and Tigers a lot this year.
Right? Well, I mean, so is the entire Central, but.
And the Pirates.
Well, that's in their division, yes.
Yes.
But I agree 100% with Mike. The rotation's going to – Luis Castillo is going to – he's an NL Cy Young dark horse, in my opinion. They added Mike Moustakas to add to third base. And Eugenio Suarez.
Second base.
Sorry. Yeah. Joey Votto, hopefully he can have some prime years left in him. All in all, I do think it's the Reds division to lose this year, which scares me considering the fact that Ryan and I have played them a good amount of times this year.
Yeah.
But it's the Reds division to lose.
After what you just said, Michael, hold up, Ryan, about the Reds winning. This is how much respect I have for you now.
Like I said, yeah.
Yep, that's about right.
That's about right.
Little
Now,
tonight.
it depends what you say in the next couple predictions. Maybe that fill up a little
So,
bit.
All right, we'll do the
So I think it's the Reds. I love what the Reds have done this offseason, getting Castellanos and Moustakas, because now you see Castellanos might not even play in the field because he's not the best fielder. He can go and slide into DH, which will be great to see him. Aristides Aquino, oh my God. He's going to have a terrific year. This team is going to be so good. Their infield is loaded with power. You've got Moustakas, Eugenio Suarez, Joey Votto. Don't forget, Freddie Galvis is not even bad, and he's their shortstop. This team is really good. And then they have Sonny Gray, Trevor Bauer, Luis Castillo, who I also think is going to be incredible this year, and I think is going to be a Cy Young dark horse as well. This team is going to win this division. They are loaded with power, and this is another team next year that I could see competing to break the Twins home run record.
Yeah. I could agree with that, to be honest, because they have such a really, really good hitting team, and they have, how Nikash said, Luis Castillo, a big dark horse for Cy Young. He's just super, super young, and he's just going to get better every single season. And you still have Trevor Bauer there, and he's the ace of that team. Eugenio Suarez, obviously, you have Nicholas Castellanos, Joey Votto, Mike Moustakas, like the gentleman you guys said. That team is just nasty. Like half of that lineup is just going to be packed with home run hitting power. So this is the division for the Reds to lose. Some people make the case for the Cardinals or maybe the Brewers, but both teams lost a lot in the offseason. So I would just say, like, this team of the Reds only got better in the offseason. So they are the team to beat and what they got to do to win this division.
Yeah, there's no question about it. They're a good team. That's actually the second division out of three that we will completely agree on. So that's surprising. I'm surprised that we all agreed on that. We all seem to be big Reds. We all like the Reds. But then we go to the NL West. No question here. It's going to be the Dodgers. I think they're going to come in with the best record in baseball. I think they're going to have a really good year this year. Oh yeah, let's get more. Yes, well, let's give him a lot. Wow,
You're giving him way too much respect.
that's true. He's going way over. I'll
You know
agree.
what, Ryan? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm gonna
I
put
agree.
some
No,
back.
I think you poured a little too much in there. We've still got a
Okay.
lot to go.
We got a lot
Yeah.
to go. Okay, go ahead.
We've got
I'm still going to say the Mets win the World Series. I'm calling it.
We have
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
to wait and see. We have to wait and see. If that happens, Marco's gonna like take the bottle and just the cup and just go. Oh,
You don't want to know what I will do if you say that. I will actually
Let's
get on
just
a
wait
plane.
and see what he says. But let's get our predictions
Yeah.
for the NL West then.
Yes, Dodgers. I think they're going to be best record in baseball. Great team. There's really no question about it. Not much to discuss.
I actually think that the Giants are a sleeper team that no one's talking about this year. I'm just kidding. It's the Dodgers 100%. I was trying to do what Michael did earlier, but it didn't work.
I was about to get another cup for you, Nikash.
It's got a cup for Nick.
I can't even try and duplicate what you said. No, it's the Dodgers 100%. We woke up this morning. They signed their potentially second best player to an insane extension, and they're only going to be good. They're only going to be better for 15 more years to come. So
For a second, I thought you were talking about the Giants. I was like, wait, what did I miss about the Giants?
oh yeah, the Giants. Yeah. So Dodgers
Re-signed
100%.
for 20 years.
Dodgers
Yeah,
might
okay.
win 50 games this year.
We'll go over the next thing I want to talk about are most wins and most losses that we think will happen. Not necessarily
Okay.
the team, but
Okay, here we go. There's no doubt here. Second place is going to be the Diamondbacks in that division. It's going to be like a 12-game spread. It's that going to be that wide. And the Diamondbacks are a good team.
yeah.
The
Padres?
Dodgers are by far the best team in the league. Look at that lineup.
Arguably, or they
no,
are.
there's no argue. There's no
No, there's
argument here.
Well,
No argument at
I
all.
mean,
That-
yeah,
look at,
there's
just
no
look
debate.
at that outfield. Just look at that outfield, and that answers some questions. Then look at the infield. That's going to also have the NL Rookie of the Year with Gavin Lux when he gets called up.
yeah, you're moving ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Oh, I just spoiled it. Never mind. So here's the deal. This team, it's not. I don't think you can say anyone else. The Dodgers are going to win that division easily. Now go to Marco.
I don't have to say anything. You guys said it all. I really don't. You guys know how the thing about what you said about, I think Nikash said it. They signed their second best player. He just doesn't know. You just don't know who is the best player of that team because
Cody
they're
Bellinger.
all stacked. Yes, but what I mean is that some people no, it's Mookie Betts because he has more experience and he's won a World Series title. So I will say Cody Bellinger because he had a great rookie year. Some would say Walker Buehler because how good of a pitcher he is. There's just so much talent on that team that you could have an argument or just a debate of who's going to be the leader of this team the whole entire way. So it's the division to lose for the Dodgers. Obviously, I really think we
The
can
division's
win.
there, so they're not going to lose it.
Exactly. So it's I think it's going to be. I predict. Oh no, are we going to do the
We're gonna
win
do
and
the
the
most-
loss later? Right.
We're doing it now. Yeah.
Okay, go for it. But Dodgers all the way.
Yeah, I think the most wins in baseball. It's going to be most wins in baseball. Not necessarily. We don't have to say the team. I just think the most wins you're going to see in baseball this year will be 46. I think that's a pretty good number. I think it's if you give it that an over under, I think that's a pretty good number. 46 is right around where I would expect to see. Maybe you might see like a 48 or a 49. I'm not thinking we're going to see any 50s though, because that means that you won 10. You only lost 10 or less games. I mean that's a really big stretch. But we'll have to
That's
wait
how
and
much
see.
you have right now, Michael. Okay, just letting you know.
Wow, how did I lose so much?
I'm waiting for that World Series matchup and champion, and we'll
Okay.
see.
Okay, that's great. But yeah, most wins are 46, and I'm thinking it's going to be the Dodgers. But again, we're not going for team. I'm just trying to get Marco to refill that glass.
Oh, you have no chance of that happening.
No, it's over.
All right, Nick, you are up. Most wins. What do you think will be the most wins?
I would say 48.
It's a good number.
I definitely. I'll give you the team. I do think it'll be the Dodgers. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say.
For me, I agree with you, Nick. 48 to 51 for around that range.
You won.
I can see it.
I
That's,
mean, doing this 9 games.
that's crazy, but the Dodgers have done that.
But
before.
also, look what the Bulls and the Warriors have done.
Yeah, that's okay.
So just think about that.
Those are also the
And then
Bulls.
also the Patriots going
We played
18-0 before the Super Bowl. But I'm just saying that. The Dodgers have the best lineup and are the best team in the league, so I could definitely see them doing that, and I think they will have the most wins.
Like I mentioned earlier, obviously about that 60-game stretch, 50-game stretch. I think, yeah, so it was 47-3. So automatically, that's just a number that they could get to, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised if they hit that 47 or even hit that 50 win mark. But I know it's going to be the Dodgers. Like I said, such a big hitting team. It's going to be ridiculous. Pitching wise, they got a pretty good rotation. A lot of left-handed pitchers. Bullpen is good. They still have Kenley Jansen. When he's hot, he's hot. He
Added
lost
Blake
some pounds.
Trinan.
Yes, and Gratterall at the same time. That guy's
Terrific
a beast.
trade.
Yes, that was a big steal right there too, if you ask me. So basically, this is going to be such a phenomenal season for them. I wish it was 162 games, but it's not. But it's still going to be pretty nice to see them play.
Yeah, it'll be pretty good. Then we're going to go to the most losses. I think the most losses one team will have is 45. I think there's going to be one team that just only wins 15 games. I think that's a low number, but I do think that'll be probably the Orioles, Tigers, or Royals in that area. Obviously, one of those three teams, the bottom feeders of the baseball world, which we know you guys are proud of it. But 45 losses is a tough number, but I think that's still a little bit respectable.
Yeah, I'm going to go 43 losses. I think the Orioles will do it. Yeah, they just don't have anything, nothing exciting about them. Nothing to play for, really.
I'm going to go with 45, just like how you said, Michael. Maybe at most 47 at most. If some teams are just like, you know what, they lose key pieces and they just can't play baseball. They just suck. You know, what if like the Orioles themselves, they lose any big player, they're going to lose a whole lot more games. If everyone stays healthy, I think the Orioles are going to lose 45 games. If they lose a couple more people, I see like 47 or 48, you know.
Right. You could easily see like a 52, but it depends.
Wow.
I will do the range. I'm going to do a range because I don't know if I can hit a spot number. I'm going to go 44 to 49 losses.
That's a big range. I think it's
Okay, fine.
fair.
I'll lower it. I'll go 44 to 46.
Okay. That's
Around
pretty
there.
good. I like
And
that.
I'm actually not going to say the Tigers. I know it's shocking. I'm not going to say them. I'm actually going to say the Marlins. Even though they have a lot of potential, I just don't think it's there yet. And I think Don Mattingly's going to still struggle with that potential. So I'm going to say the Marlins or the Orioles.
I think the Marlins are going to be a sleeper for not last place in the baseball. I think they might crank 20 wins out this year. We'll see though. But then we go over now to the NL wild card matchup. We can do winners too, but that's up to you guys. For me, I think that matchup for the NL wild card is going to be the Atlanta Braves. Obviously, the Braves are going to be in some sort of playoff contention.
Oh, wow. The wild card. That's crazy. Who would you win the division?
I'm going bold here for the second spot. I'm going for the San Diego Padres. I think that the Padres are going to take that second wild card spot.
Yeah.
Okay, are you trying to suck up to Dominic Stern here? What?
You just lost some.
Are you guys secretly dating or something? What is going on?
I think
Are you kidding me?
I think it's going to be an interesting race for that. I really do.
The Padres are not better than the Diamondbacks. Come on.
Yes, they are. Let's be real.
No, they're
I
not.
think-
Pull all of it out, Michael. I mean, Marco. I have lost any ounce of respect I ever had for you, Michael.
That's I don't know if you can see that. That's all you have right
Oh,
there.
get rid of it. Get rid of it. That is just wrong. That's
Just
wrong.
because he said about the Dodgers, just that little piece I'm keeping in there.
Okay. I'll take it. I'm going for the Padres for that second spot. I think it's going to be close. I think that might be another tiebreaker. You might see a tiebreaker. Yeah, but think about it. Think about tiebreaker scenarios. All right. Tiebreaker scenarios are going to be the biggest things. Let's say you have a tie between the Padres and the Diamondbacks. Who wins that? The Padres, because you've got Chris Paddock on the mound. Chris Paddock on the mound versus the Diamondbacks. There's no question Chris Paddock is going to win that matchup. There's no question.
If you play a tiebreaker, who's going to play on the mound for the Diamondbacks? Mr. Madison Bumgarner.
Bumgarner in the fight for the playoffs. Bumgarner, are you serious?
Him. Oh, I still don't think that it's going to be the Diamondbacks.
I can't with you anymore. I
In a
can't.
tiebreaker situation, I think that the Diamondbacks might win that. You're right.
I can't do it anymore with you, Michael. I think we might have to kick you off.
Kick me off?
Yeah, kick you off your own show.
Okay. I bring different perspectives that no one.
You bring stupid and wrong perspectives.
Can we just have a guest on the show?
We will. I want to have a guest on the show at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, Michael's been our 8-month guest. His tenure's over.
It's tenure. My tenure's
We're
ended.
going to no contract extension.
Nick, NL wild card prediction.
So crazy. I don't have the Padres or the Mets, but I'm going crazy out here. I'm gonna throw the Phillies in with the Diamondbacks. That's my wild card prediction.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
When my predictions come 100% true, and you guys, I laugh at you guys.
There's no way they're coming out true. There's no way.
Hey, sir, it is my turn to talk. I'm going to need you to zip it.
Different because every year, whenever anyone makes predictions, we're always getting some wrong. So I purposely went different so that I'm going out on that limb to see if I can get those bold predictions right.
And those aren't bold predictions. Those are stupid predictions.
No, they're bold. They're bold predictions. Obviously, the Diamondbacks are a solid team, but I think, here he comes. I think that the Padres are going to make a shot for it.
It's coming in a minute.
Nick, continue.
I think this is so tough to try to think who will win. I'm going to go with the Diamondbacks. I think there's enough pieces there. I think that they can I think that they're better than the Phillies, and I think that they will squeak into that divisional round. I don't think they'll make it past the divisional round, but I think they will make it past the wild card round. That's all I have to say.
I'm on it with Nick. It is the Diamondbacks to choose the Phillies. I'm sorry. I don't know how you can say the Padres are better than the Diamondbacks. When you got playoff Bumgarner, it's over. I experienced that firsthand. Don't even
call him playoff Bumgarner. Call him World Series Bumgarner.
Yeah. World Series Bumgarner. I felt that. Yeah.
Yeah, you felt that.
Oh, but we won it the next year. At least we won a World Series in the past 30 years. Okay, moving on.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
So,
right?
Don't attack me. I'm just saying.
I'm mainly attacking the Mets.
Oh, okay.
And the Tigers.
But
and the Dodgers haven't won it in 30 years either, have they?
But the Dodgers are actually in contention.
And according to Michael, so are the Mets.
The Mets are more contention than the Tigers and the Royals. So
congrats. 95% of the league is.
One pick this year. I would hope you do.
Okay, so now getting back to what I was saying, the Diamondbacks are going to win the wild card game, and I think you're forgetting about another piece that they got, Michael, that you really wanted in Starling Marte. Think about Cole Calhoun, Ketel Marte, David Peralta, Nick Ahmed, Escobar.
I saw this.
Where's the weakness?
I saw this team. Their bullpen's non-existent. Bullpen's non-existent. It's non-existent. Who in their bullpen's good other than Archie Bradley? Who? Tell me. I want to hear it. Listening.
Who's good in your bullpen? I'm going to attack you now.
Edwin Diaz. When he is good, he's very good. Keep in mind, picked up Dylan.
Obviously, everyone when they're good, they're good.
Justin Wilson, Seth Lugo. 3 right there. 3. More than the Diamondbacks have. Many more than the Diamondbacks have. So
Hector Rendon is not bad, okay? He's actually not. He's not bad.
What are you talking about? No. You had to look that up. You had to look it up.
Oh, no, I was looking at my predictions, actually, to make sure I stuck with it with my last podcast.
You still. The Diamondbacks
win it.
It's not there.
That lineup is stacked.
No, it's not as stacked as it can be, though. They've got more.
Go.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Diamondbacks are going to the NLDS. Marco, go ahead.
I am going. It's going to be a 4-team race. I'm going to go in this order. It's going to be Diamondbacks, Mets, Phillies, and Cardinals.
Marco! Yes!
That's. I'm not saying. I'm not. Hold up.
Playoff contention.
I'm not. No.
Why?
I'm saying that, but I'm not saying it's gonna happen. It's not. I'm saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying the probability that I'm just seeing maybe it's gonna be D-backs, Mets, Phillies, and Cardinals. Do I see the Mets actually going in? No. I think it's gonna be D-backs and Phillies are gonna go into the wild card game.
Oh,
That's
the
all I'm
most
saying.
all day. That's exciting.
I need some water in my cup, bro. Come on.
Yeah, you do. That's what that was for.
Water down your goal means cup. Okay. Also, I want to address my second wildcard team, the Phillies, because I think they're going to be insanely improved this year. I think they're going to be healthier when you have the return of Andrew McCutchen and still have Bryce Harper, Rhys Hoskins, JT Realmuto, a way better manager in Joe Girardi, Didi Gregorius, a new ad. Honestly, they're going to get the second, and it's going to be a close wildcard game.
Yep.
I think
it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a battle for that second between Mets and Phillies. That's what I think. I really think it's gonna be more the Phillies than the Mets. But yeah.
So AL wild card. Let's do this. I'm going Indians. Team that I think is going to be a big sleeper team. I think they're only going to be like 1 or 2 shy from the division. Like Marco said, I think they're going to be a big team. Great. Francisco Lindor looks amazing already. And I think they're going to go against the Rays. I think the Rays are going to be that team. What are you blowing the whistle for?
Athletics.
Oh, that's right. I didn't include the Athletics. I think they're going to be in a tie. I do. I think it's tied Rays and Athletics. It's going to be Rays and Athletics in a tie, and I think they're going to be like dead even, neck and neck to the last minute. But I do think that the Rays are going to pull the magic out of their hat like they did last season. But we know that the Rays have showed up in those situations when the Athletics haven't, in those clutch one game wins it all games.
I have negative respect for you.
Last year, look at it. Look at it. Wild card game last year, Athletics Rays. Athletics were the favorites, and the Rays beat them by a lot. If you have another tiebreaker situation this year where those two are tied, the Rays are definitely going to be the leaders in that game. There's no question about it in my mind. So
I'm not arguing the Rays. I'm arguing the Indians, bud.
Well, that's just disappointing. That's on you, though.
You're going to say me too. I don't have the Indians in mind.
I'm done with you, Michael. I'm done with you.
My wild card is the Houston Astros against the Chicago White Sox. In my opinion, I think the White Sox are ready to take that leap this year. I don't think they will win the wild card game, but I do think that they will have enough. It hurts to say, but they will be the second best team from the Central. And as far as the Astros go, yes, it was hard. It was hard picking the Athletics over the Astros. But I do think the Athletics will win that division. Put that hat away, please. It'll help that there will be no fans to heckle them. But I do think overall they are a very solid baseball team, and they will make some noise in the playoffs and in the ALDS.
Okay, right? I'm different than both of you.
Okay.
I have the Houston Astros and the Tampa Bay Rays. I like the White Sox. I think the future. I think next year is the White Sox year. I don't think they get there this year. Next year, I think, is their year, first off. And
do we write these predictions down? Because I want to make sure that we can go back and compare.
I have mine are written down on mine. I have them.
Can we do? We gotta write them down, and I want to do a little game. That whoever has the most predictions right gets the person who has the least amount of predictions right buys the person who has the most prediction right a jersey from their team.
Oh, that's fire! Let's do that.
Okay,
that's what we're gonna do. So whoever has the least amount of predictions right buys a jersey for the person who has the most.
Okay. So I'm going to continue with what I was saying. The Rays, insane. Look at that pitching staff. That pitching staff is ridiculous.
Bullpen especially.
That's starting. Tyler Glasnow's their number 3.
No, I'm saying their bullpen's
Yeah.
like the deadliest in baseball.
Yeah, that team is so good, and they just added a huge power hitter in Hunter Renfroe.
Mm-hmm.
This team is really good, and of course the Astros aren't a bad team. They're still solid. That's why I have them getting the number 2 spot. And in my prediction, I have the Rays actually beating the Astros.
Yeah, for mine, I've got the Braves moving on, obviously, from the wild card. I never said it, but I think I would probably have to be stuck in it. I wouldn't know who to pick between the Indians and the Rays. I probably would just say that it's a 50-50.
Oh, no, you have to say who. That's part of the predictions.
Okay, fine. With the bullpen they've got, I'd say the Rays. I think the Rays take it over the Indians. I know
I'll go up to you, my friend.
Yeah, I forgot to say who I think is going to take the NL West. Like, who's going to go ahead? It's going to be the Diamondbacks, in my opinion. But AL wild card, I'm going to go with the Rays and the Athletics. I'm going to go with both of them because of the fact that, well, it really depends on the AL West. If the Athletics win the division, what I say? If the Astros win the division, Athletics go, or vice versa. So whoever it is between them two is going to play the Rays. And if the Rays play the Athletics, I'm more lean on the side of the Rays more than the Athletics. And even with the Astros, I think they're going to get over the Astros. It's going to be a tighter matchup between Rays and Athletics, in my opinion. But I see the Rays going to the next stage.
Very close. Yeah, it's going to be very, very close all the way for that wild card. I think the AL wild card is going to probably be a very, very up in the air. It's really going to be whoever doesn't win. I think it's going to be whoever's second it's just going to be it's going to be a toss-up. That's really all I can say about it. Then we've got the World Series matchup. This is the moment of truth. Ryan, Nick, Marco, it's the moment of truth because we go NL first.
Please.
Yeah, we're going to do NL first, and then we're going to do AL. So, should we do a countdown for who I say is the
No countdown.
All right, ready?
I will leave this. I'm not gonna leave.
I'll get on a plane.
National League World Series competitor. The blue Los Angeles Dodgers.
Thank
Hear that.
You're giving him too much. You're giving him way too much. Pour some out.
No, I got something else. Depends what he says on basically who wins it.
The Dodgers are going to the World Series. It's going to be a great season for them. I think I changed it. I changed it mainly because of the 60-game season and realizing how big
and they're just better than the Mets completely.
And because of how big of a loss Syndergaard is to the Mets. If Syndergaard
they're just a way better team completely.
No, if Syndergaard is on the Mets, you have to agree that it's a closer matchup. It's closer if Syndergaard's healthy. You can't deny that. It's a closer matchup. Marco can agree that it would be closer if Syndergaard's healthy. It's closer. It's closer.
The offense is. I'm sorry. I don't know how you can compare those two teams.
About it. I'm saying.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not listening.
Definitely better. They're better.
No.
American League pick for the World Series. I'm going with the Houston Astros. It's going to be the Astros in the World Series against the Dodgers. I said it from the start. I think the Astros are going to be a very underrated team this year, and I think it helps them even more that they don't have fans to heckle them this year. I think it is a big – every time we do this, you guys just like to run away. It's very funny. You guys are quitters. You guys are big-time quitters. I'm laughing at you guys. I'm going for the Astros. I think that the Astros are going to be the team in that World Series matchup for the AL.
The only reason why I didn't leave is because of the fact if we play the Astros in the World Series, we're going to clobber them with baseballs every single game, even during the regular season. We're going to be hitting them left and right, up and down, everywhere. We don't care about them.
Here's the thing. The only way they get to the World Series is if they cheat.
As if what? Oh, as if they cheat. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's my World Series predictions. We'll get to the winners next. Nick, you're up.
I hate being basic, but it's just I respect your prediction because you weren't going off of what everyone else is saying, but I just can't I just can't see how the Yankees and Dodgers don't make the World Series.
Everyone said for 3 years, and it hasn't happened. So,
but this has to be the year. You know, the Yankees added Garrett Cole. Gleyber Torres is gonna, I think, be a sleeper for MVP this year. Aaron Judge is gonna do his
a little
thing.
bit much.
they added Giancarlo Stanton last year, and that didn't do anything for them.
It's because he was
That's what
unhealthy.
I'm saying.
Yeah, someone can get hurt this year.
I can't. It has to be the Yankees Dodgers. If it's not Yankees Dodgers, I don't know what I'll do. But I'm sticking to that. I've said it. I've been saying it. So
Hot take: Yankees Diamondbacks World Series. I'm kidding.
all right,
Crazy.
All right, Ryan, you're up. Let's hear him.
I hate being basic as well, but it's Yankees Dodgers. I think these are the two best teams in the league, and I think it's going to be a heck of a World Series. I don't know how anyone can say it's not the Dodgers in the NL. There's no one that can really compete with them. The only team that I could see even having a shot is the Braves, and the Dodgers blow them out of the water, really. And I can't see anyone really beating the Yankees because you see them having Garrett Cole and just that firepower with Judge, with Hicks, with Stanton, with
It's an extended. Oh wait, we completely forgot that it's an extended playoffs.
It's not.
I thought they changed it. I
Nope.
thought it was.
Nope.
It's
They
not.
took it out. They took it out. Took it out.
I just got a little bit nervous that we missed that. I was like, wait a
Yeah.
minute, we're missing a lot of players. Okay.
So I just think that the Yankees are on such a revenge tour, especially after being cheated out last year. When I say cheated out, I mean literally cheated out. They're gonna get there.
And 2018
They're gonna get there.
and 2019. I mean
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah. So
Just saying.
this is their year to get to the Fall Classic.
Well, I'm not gonna go basic, obviously, because that's the original rivalry that we want to see for the longest time. What makes that rivalry so special? It's the Yankees and Dodgers. Obviously, I'm not. It sounds basic for me. It's not basic. It's what the people want. What people have been waiting for decades to happen again. Because it's always a great series. Perfect setting. Obviously, it's gonna suck with no fans there. Maybe if there is later on, that'll be awesome. But you have the best pitcher in baseball, Garrett Cole, and also another great pitcher who obviously people say he is not going to be a Hall of Famer. I think he is, and Clayton Kershaw. Then also you have one of the best players at the plate. Imagine just think about this: Mookie Betts taking on Garrett Cole, or Garrett Cole taking on Cody Bellinger, Max Muncy, or basically any other player to maybe win the whole entire thing. It's going to be either from the Yankees, like Garrett Cole, he does a strikeout to like take it extra, like finish out the game. Like maybe he'll do a Mass and Bumgarner thing. You never know. Or you never know, a Dodger player just walks it off of Garrett Cole. You know, it's just a perfect matchup. That's gonna it sucks. I'm gonna say it sucks. I just don't see any other matchup happening. Yankees and Dodgers World Series matchup.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think that obviously that's the most predicted situation. That would be definitely a fun series to watch. There's no question about that. I think that'll be a fun series to watch. But now we've got our winners. And
All right, this is what it was.
Let's go. Oh wow, that's a big jug of water. Holy.
Let's see how much water we can pour into for you.
Yeah, this is gonna be this is a toss up for me. I'm still tossing it up. In my head. I'll be honest.
You gotta give a winner.
This is close. This is really, really close. I think they're both really good teams.
You gotta
And-
give a winner.
Analyzing starting pitching, you've got Dodgers have a better starting pitching staff. They have a better bullpen. And then offensively, going for the Dodgers. I think it's time. I even have it written down as the Astros, but I think
Cheers, buddy. I don't want to move this too much because I don't want to get my laptop wet. But cheers, buddy.
I think it's it's going to be close. But thinking about it makes sense. It would be Dodgers. But I do think it's still going to be Dodgers Astros. And I think that'll be another fun series to watch too. Nick, you're up.
Oh my God! Well,
Don't make me take a cup for you, Nikash.
One sec. Regardless of who wins, I think this will be a great World Series all around. However, I do not think it'll go to 7 games. I think that the Los Angeles Dodgers will take this in 6. I do think it's just so tough.
Did you spill water?
No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep what I said. But I think that the Yankees will go back the following year and win it.
We've got a lot of time before we.
I know, but I'm just saying that. I just think that I hate to see the Yankees. I hate to see them lose. It's just that they're such a good team to lose.
Oh, I love seeing the Yankees lose.
The Dodgers are just better all around, and they will win 6 games.
Marco, you better believe if it's Dodgers Astros in the World Series, I'll probably be unbiased. But if it's Dodgers Yankees, Marco, you better believe I'm buying a Dodgers jersey, and I'm going to be a Dodger fan. Yes. You better believe.
Okay, Nick.
Yes.
Nick.
Sure.
Oh, Rose is saying that the Dodgers don't have a lineup that is close to the Yankees.
That's
well. Rose is the most biased baseball fan I've ever met.
She said the Yankees are going to run the MLB. I said
that's
you'll run the American League, not the MLB. The Dodgers are going to run the MLB.
Yes.
How can you say that they have a better lineup? They have a complete lineup.
All the time, it's just about the Yankees.
That's just wrong. But okay, as you guys can tell from that, the Dodgers are winning this. Come on. Michael, no offense. How could you hesitate for a second?
Well, I hesitated.
I had them against the Astros. It's a different scenario. But if it were Yankees Dodgers, I probably would.
I just have to say this: when you've got a 1-2 punch of Kershaw and Walker Buehler, oh my God! And then you have
Kershaw playoff. Kershaw's not
two stellar MVPs in the outfield: Jock Peterson, Max Muncy, Corey Seager, Justin Turner. This is the most complete team in the entire MLB. They are. The Yankees are close, but honestly, I think the Dodgers lineup is better. So I'm sorry, but Dodgers, the streak's over. They are finally going to get over the hump, and they're not just going to make it to the Fall Classic. They're going to hoist that World Series trophy.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna make me cry.
Well, congrats, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No.
Congrats to you.
Yeah. You guys said it best, obviously. World Series. It's been World Series or bust for the past, I don't know how many years. They've been there for the past, out of the last 3 years, they've been there back-to-back for 2 years straight. It's World Series or bust. I don't know if they just don't win it this year. What is it going to take for them to win it? It's going to be ridiculous. So this is going to be the year that the year that they finally win that trophy. I just wish they were fans so I could actually go over my credit card limit and buy a ticket to the game.
Hold on. The MLB is hopeful that there will be fans eventually.
I hope
so there
still
is that chance.
I'll ask someone who works for the Dodgers, one of my mentors, bro,
Actually,
can you get me a ticket,
can
please?
you promise me something? If you go to a World Series game, will you get me one of the towels that I can give my dad?
I'll try because
my dad might actually have a heart attack out of pure joy if the Dodgers win the World Series.
And if it's Yankees Dodgers, oh my gosh,
that would be big. Yeah, very big. So now it's on to giving out some hardware to some players. We've got AL MVP. We've got MVP, Cy Young, and Rookie of the Year. Our last 3 topics to cover today. We start off with the AL MVP. I said it on the first show. I'm saying it again. Francisco Lindor, this is his year. He's winning the MVP this year. He is a big-time player. I think there's a lot of people rooting for him. He's looked so good in this preseason baseball. I think this is going to be finally Frankie Lindor's year to break out of his shell.
I will say I'm between 3 players. One is very questionable because it depends what he decides to do. I'm between Garrett Cole, Frankie Lindor, who's, like you said, he's had a great summer camp, and Mike Trout. Obviously, he's one that you could always consider. But the fact that he's very iffy about playing this year because of COVID, If it gets bad because the fact that MLB season is not a bubble, I think maybe I'm not surprised to see if Mike Trout might step out if the Angels are not playing a really good season.
I agree.
So I'm between those three, but I'm leaning more towards Garrett Cole than Francisco Lindor. If Lindor can get the Indians into the playoffs, knowing how big that division race is going to be, I see Lindor taking it hands down.
I'll hate being basic, but every year you can't argue that Mike Trout will never be in that discussion. He's always in the discussion, top three. But like Marco said, there's a chance he doesn't play this year, which is why, in my opinion, he will not be the MVP. I think the MVP will come from the Bronx, though, and I'm giving it to Gleyber Torres. I just think that Yankee lineup is too powerful, and it's just set up for Gleyber to succeed in. And I think I'm expecting a huge year out of him, obviously, for an MVP. And yeah, are we just doing American League right now?
Yeah, just
Yeah, I got Gleyber Torres.
Ryan.
Nick, I agree. It's going to be Gleyber. I think Gleyber is primed to have a huge season. I really like Gleyber a lot. He showed that last year. Not only is he an Oriole killer, he is just a terrific piece for the Yankees' future. He's a terrific hitter. I think he could be someone that leads the American League, if not the entire MLB, in batting average. And I think that his glove will just back everything up. I really think Gleyber's just going to have a breakout year as he moves to shortstop with the loss of Didi Gregorius.
It could be close. I think Gleyber's a guy, another dark horse or one of those candidates. Then we go over to the NL MVP. I think there's no question for me that it is Pete Alonso. Kidding. Wanted to see your all reactions. I'm going for Ronald Acuna Jr. I think Ronald Acuna Jr. is going to have that year this year. I think it's going to be a big year for him. I don't know why I changed my prediction from the initial one that it was. I don't remember what it was initially, but I did change it, and I think Acuna is the guy.
I 100% agree. I think his back will hurt at the end of the year from carrying the Braves team. But to give this Braves team credit, they do have a lot of pieces. Obviously, Freeman, Ozuna, Swanson. It's a very nice lineup, but I do think Acuna will take them over the top and lead them to that division title. And yes, Ronald Acuna will be the MVP of the NL.
Okay, as you guys know, my prediction at the beginning of the year for 162-game season was Ronald Acuna. I actually have changed it, and you guys are probably going to flame me. I'm taking Mookie Betts.
He was my initial prediction.
Can I give my reason?
Yeah.
Okay, so first off, MVP before. He's going into a new league where the pitchers don't know him as well. His best season came in 2016.
That's true.
A couple times, but not enough, you know? And then his best seasons, including his MVP season, he had a great hitter behind him. He had Ortiz in 16, Martinez in 18. He has Bellinger probably behind him this year, which is honestly really scary to me. I think to anyone it is. So there's that. Betts and especially because he just got paid, he's going to want to live up to that. So people are like, oh, he's overpaid, and they should have just taken this contract. He's going to ball out. I said it a couple days ago on another podcast where he hadn't gotten the contract yet, and I said, he's in a contract season. Well, he's going to prove that he deserves this contract. I think Betts is primed in a 60-game season to win it all in the MVP category. If it was a 162-game season, I stick with Ronald Acuna any day of the week.
I just can't see Bellinger and Betts sharing that lineup and one of them winning an MVP, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I just feel like they're going to share too. It's kind of like in basketball terms, like Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Not one of them can win MVP just because how good the other one is.
Not true, because LeBron, I'm not saying he's going to win it, but he's in contention, and he's in contention because of how he plays with AD, because his assist numbers are up.
The reason he won't win it is because Anthony Davis is the second best player, and because the Bucks' second best player is Chris Middleton, and that's why Giannis will win MVP. This isn't baseball, but
no, I get what you're saying, but This is my bold prediction, and I'm going to go with Mookie.
No, yeah, I respect it. I give a reason why he won't win it.
Yeah.
I believe my prediction at the beginning was still Mookie Betts. I'm going to stick with it. Basically, the thing that I like about Mookie is that from the beginning, I could just tell that he wanted to be a Dodger and stay in LA. Like, I could just see it. And the fact, like, he hasn't played a single regular season game. And he's like, you know what? I don't care if I haven't played a single game. I'm signing that contract. You know,
you saw that in his opening press conference. Sorry to cut you off, but you saw that how excited he was to be there and how he just loved the new opportunity. I saw that there was more hope that he would sign a long-term contract.
So that yes, like how many people were saying, oh, he's just a 1-year rental. Like the coach I said, he's like, no, he's gonna be back next year. No, like Mookie, you could tell by the way that he was how he talked in that press conference when he came in for the first time. When I went to go see him in spring training, how he got so along with Cody Bellinger, Dave Roberts, Corey Seager, all those players, it felt like the perfect fit. So I think now that he got paid without even playing one game in the regular season and how he's playing right now in summer camp and tomorrow's opening day, he is going to have a tremendous season for the Dodgers. That it's what we need to win that World Series. So I think it's going to be a very special year for Mookie Betts, but you also can't count out Ronald Acuna Jr. And I think I might go crazy, but if he doesn't win it this year, I do believe maybe he could win it next year. That's what I'm just saying.
Who's your prediction?
I predict this year, Mookie Betts. But if he doesn't win it this year, I'm going to go for him next year. That's what I'm saying for sure. Because of the fact, like, he's going to have a full season. Everyone's going to be back in shape. Everyone's going to be healthy, and depends what moves happen in the offseason. But if he doesn't win it this year, I'm definitely choosing him for next year.
Do you know who I almost took?
He's going to win. Who?
I almost took Arenado. Because Arenado's a guy who deserves an MVP, and a 60-game season could have been it. But no, I didn't go with Arenado. I really think Betts is just going to pop off.
Well, because of the fact that the Rockies can't compete at all. That's what's keeping him so away of that title. You know, because he's going to struggle. Because still, like, you still have the Padres, even though they're really, really crapping, they're going to be a third. They're the third team of the division. Then it's the Rockies, then you have the Giants. You know, so it sucks that he's not on a good competitive team to get the attention that he wants and to build up that hype. Like, oh, Nolan Arenado, he's taking his team to the playoffs like he did in 2017 when he went to the wild card with the Diamondbacks. That type of hype that he was getting was the perfect year for him to get the MVP, but not this year because they're not competitive at all. He's not going to have that hype and that attention that he needs to get an MVP title.
But I still think he's the best third baseman in the game.
Yeah, I completely agree. I
don't think there's much of an argument, really.
Yeah, no, I
completely agree.
Yeah,
I think if Bregman can hit this year pretty well, I think he can be in a discussion. But I think right now,
Bregman's top 3 for me.
Yeah.
Let's see how he could hit without cheating.
Yes, exactly. That's my point. So we've then got the Cy Young race. We're going to go to the AL first. I actually just changed this one. I initially had it Blake Snell, but I'm changing it. I'm going for a real dark horse here. A guy who had one stretch last year where he was really, really good, and I think that's why he might do well in the 60-game season. That's Shane Bieber of the Cleveland Indians. I think he's going to come out and really surprise people. Why are you leaving?
I forgot about something.
By the way, mine wasn't shock. I'm laughing because that was my original pick.
Right, I remember.
Yeah, he was my original pick.
I think this 60-game season might actually make it better for him. I think he's going to do well, and I'm rooting for him and the Indians. I think it's going to be a good year. Nick, it's your call.
Well, I hate being racist, but I think he will be the only pitcher to finish top 5 in MVP voting, and I gotta go with Garrett Cole. I mean, all the lights are on him this year. It's his year to win it. I just feel like behind that offense, honestly, like any elite pitcher could win the Cy Young, but I just feel like he has what it takes, and he will win that Cy Young award for the Yankees this year.
I agree.
Nick, I agree. Here's my thing. He got robbed of it last year.
He
completely.
did.
I don't think Verlander deserved it because when you look at it, Garrett Cole struck out 326 hitters. He had a 2.5 ERA. In The second half of the season, he went 12-0, 11 or 12-0, and had a high 1 ERA. The other thing about it is that, do you want to know what his opponent's hitter's batting average was last year?
220.
186.
Oh, it was so. Oh, so wait.
You weren't that close. That's a big difference. That's a big difference.
No, I was
It's
going to say
insane. And here's the thing. Just because he was robbed last year, he's determined to win it, and I think he's going to get it because he should have won it last year, and this is his year to do it. And you see him in these scrimmages and these games, and he is lighting it up. So I'm going Garrett Cole. I agree with you, Nick.
I agree with with you guys. I'm gonna go with Garrett Cole as well. That was my original pick as well. He doesn't win the MVP, he's gonna win the Cy Young no matter what. You know, he could maybe win both. It's possible, but he's for sure winning the Cy Young. New contract, new team, contending team. He's gonna, and like you said, Ryan, I've been watching him play. He could definitely make a lot of things happen this year for the Yankees, and it's a lock in my opinion. Garrett Cole, Cy Young for the American League.
He's a very good and very close second for me, if not top 3, pretty much guaranteed. But I do think Shane Bieber will have that lucky season, and I think he's a dark horse. Going to the NL, talking about other dark horses, I'm going for Luis Castillo this year. I think this is going to be a big.
Wait, are you saying a dark horse or he's going to win it?
No, he's going to win.
Difference.
I said we were talking about. I was saying how we were mentioning dark horses, and I think he's going to be the winner. I think after DeGrom getting hurt, I think that does impact his ability to win the Cy Young. I think that will. I think that could keep him out in a shortened season. That could hurt him for 1 or 2 games, and that could end his Cy Young race. DeGrom also was really terrible in the first really quarter of the season last year. So seeing that, I think that Luis Castillo can be it this year. So I'm hopeful. I think that we will see a big year for him. I had high hopes for Luis Castillo when he was initially called up, and he really lived up to that last year. I'm just expecting to see an even bigger year from him this year.
I love that pick. I was very close to picking that. I think we're all big Red supporters this year.
Yeah.
However, I do not think he'll win it this year. I'm going to go basic again just because I just can't see a reason he won't win it, and I'm going to go with Walker Buehler. If this Dodgers team is going to succeed, it's going to have to happen from both sides of hitting and pitching, and I do think that he will pick up the slack. I think Kershaw will have a bit of a down year this year, but I think Walker Buehler will pick him right up and win that Cy Young award.
Nick, I swear, you're stealing my picks again.
Okay. We didn't share them this time.
My original pick was Walker Buehler, and I'm going to stick with him. I think Walker Buehler's fantastic. Last year's second half, he got 6 of his 14 wins. He was so much more confident in that second half of the season, and I think that's just going to carry over to this year. I am so excited to watch him. I think he is definitely going to be a star pitcher, and I think he is going to really win. I think he's going to win the Cy Young. And I know it's weird that I picked the MVP and Cy Youngs from each league from my 2 World Series teams, but that's how
I did too.
Yeah, that's just how it went.
That's how it went.
The reason why.
There we go. Oh, shoot, my bad.
The reason why, basically, I stood quiet for the past couple minutes or seconds, whatever. I remembered Mr. Michael Garaffa saying in the show when we were still on campus, his second pick for Cy Young was Mr. Walker Buehler. But now that DeGrom is not going to have a good season, he gets Luis Castillo. I respect it, but Luis Castillo, you put it over your second pick.
A lot has changed, Marco. It's a shortened season.
Exactly.
If it were
the season for Walker, have you seen him pitch in the summer camp?
No.
He's been electric. He's been incredible.
You know what? Look,
insane.
This is going down now.
Oh God.
That's how much you're getting.
Well, Michael, I will say this. I do respect your pick. I think
I respect it, but that's still ridiculous. I respect it
honestly,
because he's a great pitcher, Luis Castillo. But when you put him over your second pick, who was the original, and you haven't seen him pitch this summer camp. I'm sorry. That's
Walker Buehler. I've seen him. Oh my God, he's been incredible. Like he's gonna light it up. Are we moving on to Rookie of the Year now?
I think it's safe to assume that Marco made that Walker Buehler prediction.
Yeah.
I didn't have to say his name, bro. Oh my gosh. But go ahead. Let's go into
AL Rookie of the Year. So I changed mine up. I believe Casey Mize is the one who dropped out for the season, right? He was the one who.
No, he's fine.
Who was the one who dropped out for the season?
Kopech.
Michael Kopech. Yeah, I changed my prediction anyway. I was initially Casey Mize. And I'm sorry, Nick, but I'm going Robert. Yes.
Who'd you pick?
Luis Robert.
Me too.
You guys keep stealing my predictions.
I think he's going to do it. I think it's going to be a big year for him. Everyone's just hyping him up.
Who was it again?
Luis Robert, the White Sox.
Okay.
I think if the White Sox have any chance of making the wild card game, it'll be because not just because of him, but he will need to have a big year and a Rookie of the Year type of year. And yeah, I agree with you, Michael, and I guess Ryan too. I don't know if Marco predicted, but
I have a different pick for AL Rookie of the Year, and the only reason why is because of the team that he's in that has a shot to get into the playoffs. I'm going with Brandon McKay from the Rays. I'm going with him because, he was in Double A and Triple A. He had a 1.10 ERA, and check this out: 102 strikeouts to 18 walks.
Wow.
In Double A and Triple A. So now he's going to be that second guy for Blake Snell in the Rays to make that push for the Rays to get into that wild card spot. So I think his dominance, or not, I'm going to say his dominance, his presence and what he's going to be doing is going to basically be what they need to make it happen. For him to win the Rookie of the Year.
Sorry, Royals just scored on a sac fly. Sorry, my bad. First off, I want to say that's my second pick for McKay. Marco, I really like that pick a lot. But I'm also going to go Luis Robert. I really like Robert a lot. I think that he is going to be a key piece to that outfield, and he can hit bombs. And I think he's going to do that. I think he's going to be terrific, a great piece for the White Sox, and he's going to be he's a huge reason why their future is so bright. There's a reason why they can just be so confident that they even have a chance this year is partly because he's there, and they gave him a huge extension because they see the potential in him. So I'm going to go Luis Robert.
Yeah, that's can't really go wrong there. And then NL Rookie of the Year. I'm sure we probably all agree on this one. I'm going for Gavin Lux, the Dodgers. I think we really can all agree on this one.
Okay,
at least I think.
I'll say something. I have obviously Gavin Lux there, but he got opted out recently. So who knows when that call is going to come up? You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's in the midpoint of the season, which maybe hurt him a lot. But the guy that I think is the big underdog here, the dark horse to win the Rookie of the Year, is Joey Bart from the Giants. He's a catcher, and at the same time, Buster Posey, he opted out. So Joey Bart is going to be that main guy for the Giants now behind the plate. So I consider him a dark horse in this race for Rookie of the Year because of the fact Buster Posey's not there. So he's going to have all the reps, all the innings in case they want to give him some rest in between. But all the plate appearances is going to be Joey Bart. So I would see him as a dark horse. I'm going with Gavin Lux, but really, really depends when he comes back up to the major leagues.
Right. Okay. Nick, Ryan?
I want Gavin Lux. It'll be interesting to see when he does get called up, though. But I just feel like no one's talking about him in that lineup. That lineup is scary enough without him as it is, but with him in that lineup, it'll be more potent and more dangerous for years to come. If it does happen this year, maybe next year. But if he gets caught up this year, I do think he will win Rookie of the Year.
All right, Ryan?
As much as I thought about going with Joey Bart because of the Buster Posey opt-out, I don't think Gavin Lux is going to be in the minors that long at all. Yeah. I think he might be there for like the first 5-10 games, and then I'll bring him up and give him a chance. I'm going with Gavin Lux. I really like Gavin Lux. I think he's going to just make the Dodgers infield even more insane. So I expect Gavin Lux to get his chance and be the Rookie of the Year.
That's like the only hole that the Dodgers need to fill. Obviously, there's players like
You
Chris
still got
Taylor.
Kike.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
give me a second. So because they have shortstop, third base, first base, catcher, pitchers, and outfield, they got locked that in. But second base, you have so many players that you're like, okay, do we go with Chris Taylor? Do we go with Kike, or do we give Gavin Lux the whole entire job? So that's the only hole that they have to fill in. But if Gavin Lux is able to go into like when he got opted out, get better at his swing, get better at his play, because a couple games ago he threw a horrible routine ground ball to Matt Beatty at first base. That was just horrible. So I think he needs to just refocus on his play, and if he comes back 5-10 games like you're saying, Ryan, then yes, it's Gavin Lux's title to lose. But if he misses 20 games or 25 games, it's going to be really hard for him to compete against Joey Bart, in my opinion.
I also just want to say something about the Dodgers. I don't think Jock Peterson is going to play a lot of outfield this year. I think he's going to mainly be DH.
Oh, yeah. I
He'll
see that
switch in with
happening
Matt
too.
Beatty a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kike and Chris Taylor will take a lot of whichever outfield position's open. I don't know what they've decided yet. I could see them going Bellinger in center. That's just me.
Well, yeah, Bellinger last night he played center against the Angels, and then Mookie Betts in right. That left field is going to be open, but the fact they have so much depth in that position and so many utility players in the whole team in general, it's going to be interesting.
They have 6 solid outfielders, including the 2 elite ones that I've talked about a lot. But you got Kike, AJ Pollock, Jock Peterson, and Chris Taylor. So
you see Muncy play DH too, though. I feel like a little bit here and there. But
Muncy could, and then you put Matt Beatty at first. I like that too. That just shows how deep this team is.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways Dave Roberts could put this lineup together.
Yep.
It'll be very, very close. I mean, a lot of great thoughts to think about there.
Are we doing manager of the year predictions? I don't think we. Okay.
No, that's the last one. So it's going to be a very interesting season. Opening day is officially tomorrow. 2 games tomorrow. We see Nationals, Yankees, and then we'll also see the Dodgers and the Giants. It is exciting. Baseball is back. It's back. We can't. There's nothing.
Yes, sir.
On this show that we cannot argue about is the fact that we are all stoked that baseball is back. It is going to be an exciting time. It's going to be a super, super big season for us. A lot riding on it. All 4 of us. We've now got the new prediction thing going on with the jersey. We've also got Nick and Ryan's thing going on. It's going to be an exciting year. And then obviously for Marco, he's just trying to win a World Series, and I'm trying to prove everybody wrong. So it's going to be an exciting year. We've got a lot riding on it day by day.
I have one thing to say.
What, Ryan?
I'm not just going to say this because I'm biased. A dark horse for AL Rookie of the Year could be Brady Singer because he's already been told he's the number 5. Yeah, he's the number 5 for the Royals, and he's getting his first start on Saturday. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I don't think it will happen, but he's a guy who could be a dark horse. I don't think he's going to win it at all. Like I said, I think it's going to be Luis Robert, but he's a guy to watch out for because he was the Royals' top pick in the 2019 draft. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well,
the 2018 draft. Sorry, that didn't circle my brain.
But I'm just so excited. It's going to be a great – every day we're going to be doing something exciting.
Baseball's back.
But we're going to be doing a little bit of a different layout this season for season 2 of the podcast than we did for season 1. For you guys when you were on, I did highlights from every day and then news. And then it was just a very cluttered layout. I'm still working on finalizing it, but I'm going to be focusing a lot more on standings this season and focusing a lot more on where teams are, as well as how certain players are doing, as opposed to certain highlights that took place during the week. So I'm excited for it. It's going to be a really good. It's going to be a really good time. And next time we see you guys, baseball season will have been underway for about a week. It should be next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday, whichever day works best for all of us. That's just going to be the days of the week, hopefully, for right now, because those are the days that I'm off. So I'm excited for it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see you guys back here next week for the next stop on Running the Bases. Take care, everybody.
Baseball's back, baby.
Let's do it, baby.